Then we have our SEO approach. We have our local, which is backlinks is just name of your website. You put backlinks to your website to help bump you up. The number of backlinks is just dependent on the competition in your area, usually done by competition. I don't really specialize in backlinks, so I can't really give you advice on that number, but it's important. Now, if you're in a smaller area, you really don't need them most of the time. Maybe your website, hopefully it says law firm or divorce lawyer in Palm Coast, Florida, or whatever it may be. It could just be the law offices of blank, you know, but sometimes you can get a good website domain name instead. And then reviews. So the reviews, that's mainly important to the Google My Business or Google Maps section. The reason why is because if there is a local approach, it's very, very important that you pop up at the top. And the first, they call it the 3-pack. So if you have the most amount of reviews, that's what influences it the most for your industry. Having the most amount of reviews. Then we come into the service. So this is actually creating blog posts. Now, what does that mean? It means that it's really based off the population in your city and the competition within it. Now, these are general numbers to pretty much shoot out there just in case, you know, it's a little bit hard to do it on a broad spectrum. But anyways, if you're in a small city with less than 50,000 people, you more than commonly don't need backlinks. You're just a really, really small city. And maybe if you do get backlinks, you know, I wouldn't go too heavy into it. Probably make very few difference. It only affects it in a larger area like a giant city, your Miami, your New York City, whatever makes sense. But then you have our actual blog post. So if you are living in a city with 50 to 100,000 people, you may want to do around 150 blog posts. The way that you know which blog post to write is that you type in your closest competitors to you, maybe get your 10 or 20 of them, see their top pages using SpyFu or SEMrush, see how many pages they have in total, and then all you got to do is write a little bit more, right? Your article's a little bit better, and then you will then rank above them, to just put it simply. Then for your large cities, now this is where it's the hardest. It's mainly backlinks. You got to keep on writing. The attention and the game never really stops. It's something that you're just always going to have to be doing. You're always going to have your SEO team writing more articles, doing more backlinks, because if you ever stop, the people in your area are going to pass you. So you can never really stop if you're in a large city is considered over 100,000 people. Some of the blog posts that you could write about is like, say, divorce lawyer in whatever your city name is, commonly searched on Google. So whatever people search up on Google, you'll type in divorce lawyer, and you'll see what it pops up first. And then you can just write all those articles if you don't want to even use the competitor strategy. Now, you use the Google strategy on typing in divorce lawyer. I have to say that better. If you're in maybe a smaller city, because it doesn't really matter. But if you're in a larger city, you already kind of know what works and what got them to the top. So then you probably want to reference more of a tool like SpyFu or SEMrush instead. Then that brings us over to our directories. So directories is something that applies to every industry, even applies to my own industry, and you got to enroll yourself in them. There's online directories. You have Avo, Nolo, FindLaw, Lawyer.com, and you have your Florida bar site, and you have your American Bar Association site as well. Sometimes people just go to these first to find lawyers, and it's just a really, really easy way to get leads, so why not? I've talked to many people that get leads this way, and it's probably the most sustainable because you don't have to continue paying money in a lot of scenarios.